Oh, boys, I have an absolute banger update on my girlfriend getting arrested. As a lot of you guys probably know, I got pulled over in my Blackwing because he said I was revving it when I was just downshifting because the car is manual. And then he said my tints were too dark and gave me a ticket for every single window because he wanted to be like that. Here is the official write-up of what bullshit that this cop threw together for something, right? He said, I made contact with the driver, Aiden Singleton, that's me, your boy, and the passenger later identified as Giselle Flores, my girlfriend. During the interaction, I observed that the passenger was not wearing her seatbelt. Never once did he ever say anything about a seatbelt. And, by the way, this is a 2024. If I put stuff that is too heavy in the seat, I have to put the seatbelt on the stuff. It dings like crazy. It's a freaking Cadillac. And everybody in that car had their seatbelt on. And I hope the footage shows this because we're trying to get the body cam footage right now. We asked so many times, what crime did she commit for her to be identified? And they literally straight up said, that is the law. When an officer asks for your ID, you have to do it. All right, I got my girlfriend here. She will better explain, because I was not at the rear of the car, exactly what the supervisor said to her about that whole thing.
So they all asked for my ID, and I asked them why I had to provide my ID if I hadn't done anything. And they kept saying that the fact that I wasn't providing them my ID was the crime, that whenever they asked for an ID, that I had to provide it, and they didn't have to tell me why.
And that will show in all of the body cam footage, the whole entire thing. Never once did they ever mention a seatbelt. At least they didn't say anything about a seatbelt, about her crime that was being committed. They did mention a seatbelt already, like well into the interaction. The one time that seatbelt was mentioned was when the original arresting officer, you can explain it.
He asked the other lady if I had my seatbelt on when she approached the car. She got there like 20 minutes later, and she said no.
The body cam footage will show all of this. So now I guess this is what they're saying. They never told us ever about the seatbelt being the issue because we asked what crime she had committed multiple times. So now what they're saying is passenger not belted. When the supervisor straight up said that the reason she was getting arrested is because she was not showing her ID and that the law was that when a police officer asked for your ID, you have to provide it. He actually even said, look it up later and educate yourself. So let's do that. So here is the law. Terry versus Ohio. Officers must have reasonable suspicion to detain you and must inform you of the reason if asked. That officer never once mentioned that her seatbelt was off. And once again, the body cam footage will show this. I am so glad we got to see the written report because this actually really helps us out. And to the supervisor, this guy right here that had said that, thank you for helping us. Because now I can use your words right back at you.
You're incorrect.